we got to give a shout out to TechLife Steph. I think you mentioned on a show or two ago that you were going to be doing a TED Talks,
I did. I
Steph,
did.
but you actually have done it, and I just wanted you to take some time and just tell us about
Yeah, give
how
us
you
give
actually
us the
got on stage
details.
and did a TED Talks. Get spill the details on what you can do.
So my friend Kenneth Johnson is runs TEDx Harlem. He does a bunch of different stuff, diversity and inclusion stuff, and some consulting for companies and everything. But he also runs TEDx Harlem. So he just reached out and was like, yo, I'm putting together another TEDx. You trying to be down? And I was like, bet, of course I'm trying to be down. I was a little disappointed because it was actually supposed to be at the Apollo. And I was hyped because I was like, I'm gonna be at the ball. Oh my god, oh my god, oh
Oh,
my
you
god.
would have
And
got
then
to touch the stump.
for I know, right? I was gonna rep the stuff and everything. But for various reasons it had to be moved. But I recorded it on Saturday. So just a picture perfect day in New York City, gorgeous outside, and it went really, really well. I'll be talking about my topic is how to innovate your tech career. So basically from the perspective of someone who had a more traditional more conventional technology job, but was able to make a transition and be creative and think about how I could flip that. Because I think we miss that a lot, in this startup culture that we're living in, and everybody's an entrepreneur, and that's the hotness, and venture
The
capital and blah, blah, blah.
lifestyle, like I
Exactly, the life,
mentioned.
exactly. Social media got you thinking that everybody and their mama, got a startup that's about to secure, that's a unicorn or whatever. There are still STEM professionals that make this world go round, literally. You know what I mean? The people keeping that grid up and running in Texas every time it get below 30 degrees, and the people building the bridges, and the chemists in the labs making sure we don't poison ourselves at the FDA. Like, so there's still a ton of different STEM professionals that truly do make the world go round, that don't get enough shine, and have been really overshadowed by startup lifestyle and culture. So I wanted to speak directly to those people to help
Hmm.
them understand that there's still a way for you to go viral and blow up in your respective career, or if you decide to do something else, you can do that as well. So yeah, just my STEM people. It was I was there. I've been there. I've been in that cubicle, wondering if this was going to be the next 30 years of my life, and what might I do outside of this or after this, or is there an after this? So I really wanted to say something that would inspire and motivate and help those STEM professionals in more traditional careers that might feel stuck.
Okay. So,
When
quick
is it coming
question.
out? When is it
Go
coming out?
ahead.
It is going to be broadcast on February 27th. And you
Okay.
can
Okay.
go to www.tedxharlem.nyc and click on their events tab to register.
Oh, we will
So
definitely have have the link in the show notes. I'm sorry I keep cutting you off, Terrence, but we will definitely put a link in the show notes. I don't know, maybe after it airs, we'll have to get this Stephanie Humphrey lady. We have to get her to come back on as a guest and talk about it. I'm sorry, I'm just messing. What was you gonna say?
no, I was going to say for those who are not familiar with TED Talks, so kind of give like a highlight of like TED Talks in general, and then
Mhm.
talk a little bit more about the Harlem one, and then did the gentleman who set it up, was there an overall theme, or he just knew you were specialized in this area and wanted you to come on, or did it fit like into a bigger theme?
Yeah, so the theme for this particular TEDx is metaverse noir. So, black metaverse basically. So it's really all things metaverse, web3, NFTs, crypto, that whole thing. He just kind of let me do what I do cuz he
Hmm.
know how I get
You
down.
got the hookup. Hmm.
Yeah, we've been friends for a while, so he knows the types of things that I talk about in general. So he kind of let me kind of veer a little bit off of that particular track. But most of the speakers will be talking metaverse type topics. TED in general stands for technology, entertainment, and design. It's been around. The platform's been around for a while, and the idea is that you do these 15-minute sort of speed talks
Mm-hmm.
to be very effective and efficient about how you get your messaging across. And it can be really about anything. It doesn't even have to fit into those three categories anymore. But like lots of famous people have done TED Talks, and then TEDx is sort of the subsidiary of TED, if you will,
Different
and
chapters.
yeah, different chapters across the
Mm-hmm.
country on university campuses and just wherever TED approves a TEDx subsidiary, you can set that up and do and start doing the talks that way as well. So it's really kind of an honor to be asked, because you typically have to apply to do a TED or a TEDx and get accepted. But so it was an honor to be asked to do one. um and yeah, I'm excited. I hope it gets picked up, because sometimes TEDx's have a chance to get picked up by the major TED platform and broadcast across their channels and things like that. So it would be nice if that happens. uh but yeah, it was dope, and I hope everybody can tune in.
Yeah, what makes them really interesting to me is you can't be no slouch when it comes to
No,
public speaking.
Nah.
You can't
no,
be reading off no cue cards. You
no,
can't
you
no
gotta
ain't
be a
no PowerPoint, ain't no
storyteller.
keynote.
Yeah, and
You
we
gotta
didn't
have.
get to have slides. I've seen TEDs that
Oh,
had
really? I haven't
slides.
seen any.
Yeah, I've seen a few TEDs where they had just not like a PowerPoint, but just pictures to go along with the story
Yeah,
that they
I
were
get that.
telling.
Yeah.
And I know people that have done TEDs that actually had teleprompters
Oh,
there
really?
as well. Yeah, it depends on the venue
Okay.
and the chapter doing it. I had to memorize mine, which was a little. It wasn't horrible, but you get in the moment and you get a little nervous, and you want to do it the way. And it's like
You've seen other.
I
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's and I talk fast. Y'all have heard me on this podcast. And so, forcing myself to slow down, we'll see what that does to the story, because I feel like I wrote a very cohesive and effective story with examples, and then points that, like, an example from my life, and then something you could do, and then example from my, and then broke it out into four different sections. It was structured very well. It was structured very much like TED Talks are structured, to tell a very cohesive story. Like I said, the way my type A is set up and my OCD, the delivery wasn't how I would normally talk, because I knew I needed to slow down just a little bit. So it'll be interesting to see how the story comes together with the way I delivered it. But I think it
Okay.
was good. I'm happy with how it all turned
All
out
right.
ultimately.